I just want to watch the whole world burn. Lost 1,000,000 times and I won't learn. Show me someone innocent, I'll show you there's no proof. I may be gullible, I'm no fool. What was I thinking? Alright, this is a topic from yesterday that I'm not really done talking about with, just because during the entire mess that I was talking about, I'm not going to talk about the anti-vaxxers in this video. This video is mainly for the mainstream media on how their take on the Freedom Convoy is so diluted and so recklessly harmful to the truckers. Recklessly harmful. I'll buy that for $1. It is true. It's being recklessly dealt with, like, which I'll get into in this video. But you know, I've always said, like I even said it in Pokemon's video, don't go contacting or harassing any of these people, because why do you want to screw up someone else's mental health? Like, why do you want to be somebody else's trauma, is my question. Maybe they like pirates. I'm going to stop with that now because, number one, I hate that picture, and number two, as much as funny as I thought the joke was, I think it's run its course. It came in threes. Speaking of coming in threes, it's finally time to talk about the mainstream media. And by the way, don't sue me. But in any case, they always say they come in threes, and I think in this case it came in fours. My mom told me about it, my wife told me about it, and the public has told me about it. And now here's my take about it. Mainstream media, you're more harmful than you think. Like, I'm talking about places like Washington Journal, I think it was. You know, those dickheads who went after PewDiePie for his reckless shenanigans. Yeah, reckless. All the guy did was nod. All PewDiePie did was nod and smile, dressed up, in actuality, he was actually making fun of AH and the N party to basically show how fucking stupid they are, even back in WW2, but I digress. And then people, or the Daily, I think it's the Daily Mail and the BBC going after Count Dankula for no reason. All he did was make a meme video just to play a prank on his wife, or is now, I don't know if they're married, but Count Dankula, if you're married, let me know. Anyways, he was just playing a prank on his girlfriend just to wind her up, and before he left on a vacation trip. And oh boy, did she get mad, according to him. But I digress. You know, the coof. Here's how bad the mainstream media is. The coof, when it first started happening, like when I first heard about it around September of 2019, I think it was around September 2019. Well, obviously the lockdown was March of 2020, so not even a year after, but what I heard was around that time, and it was so disgusting to me. It was so disgusting to me that it made my blood boil. And what they talked about in the mainstream media around that time was China was serving their people bats to eat. And by the way, when I talk about China, that hurt. Bloody hurt. Things I go through to entertain you guys. But in any case, I thought that was disgusting. I knew China was very, not picky, but very authentic with their delicacies. That even after the coof started rearing its ugly head, they stopped doing it. They stopped serving bats as a delicacy. And this was reported by the mainstream media and Paul Joseph Watson. Paulie, I love you, buddy. You are so funny. But I digress. That was what I heard around that time, and what led up to that was the I won't talk about that anymore because it's very sketchy and very, like, who knows if it's even true. Like, I'm not a fan of, I just don't, I'm trying to say this carefully. I don't want to say I don't care, but it's something I don't want to hear about anymore, is what I'm getting at. It's one of the reasons why when I want to listen to mainstream media, I watch news sources like Jeremy from The Quartering, or news sources like Internet Today, who were once ETC when they were under the machinima. That sounded bad. Ricky and Elliot, I love you guys. You guys are so funny when you talk about the news, and it's actually a key emphasis on why I'm doing what I'm doing. I like being funny. I like fucking around. My title cards say it best. I like fucking around. And I also like smoking cigars. I also like smoking the cheaper too, but I'm going to try not today to do it because I gotta drive. But in any case, mainstream media, I'm not a fan of them. Like, I'm not a fan of CBC, like, I guess, our Canadian equivalents of the mainstream media, CBC, CTV, Global, I think City News, City, I think, is a Manitoba-based company. I used to watch them all the time because they had shows like Mom and Night Watch. Me and my wife like a little night watch. But I digress. You know, I don't follow the mainstream media. If anything, I don't even listen to the radio anymore. Because all it is coof numbers and fear-mongering. And I'm not lying. Around the time that the lockdown was going to happen, I was making video after video after video after video after video making fun of the coof. But I wonder if they're off-putting at best. Because it was basically me just being what these idiots are doing to the truckers is, my wife was telling me just a few minutes ago before I started filming this video that they were listening to truckers on live streams, and the guy was talking about one time he was heading to Ottawa, or he was heading to Ottawa for the protest, and some jerk off got in front of him, started hurling abusive language at him, and then come on, don't harass these guys. Yeah, they're I gotta put this into words that I do not really care to say, but the mainstream media tends to lie to you. Did you ever know that? I'll still watch CBC and Global from time to time, because Global, I know what they did to what's her face there. The Global News did a thing on I can't remember her name now. It'll come to me. I'll put it down there once I figure it out. But she made cupcakes with that hate symbol on them, and celebrated 8H's birthday. And according to her, it was all a joke, and that it was meant for shock value. But then Global came, and they basically said, no, this fucking whore is a white supremacist. I'm not afraid to say that, because saying that other N-word, no bueno. I digress. It's just one piece of bullshit after another, and I think with the Freedom Convoy, I wish nothing but the best for them. And I wish the fucking mainstream media would get off their back. Hell, I even wish that the politicians, Scott Moe and fucking Captain Caveman Justin Trudeau, should get off of the truckers' back and actually negotiate with them. But because they're pro-vaccination, they won't do it. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I've been vaccinated. Like if they believe what the mainstream media says, then maybe they should go outside and look at their own front yard and see how bad things are getting. Because that's how you get, how do I word this? Get the ding Get off my property! But I digress again. Nah, I don't digress. Those guys are a bunch of fucking assholes, and I don't like them. Unfortunately, I voted for one of them, and I regret it ever since. I am a proud Canadian. I'm going to take that out. That was pretty rude. Regardless, never believe the mainstream media. Believe what you see. You know, they always say in the movie business, show don't tell. But there is also a saying I like to say, and it's better to get it from the horse's mouth than the horse's ass. But anyways, I think I'm done talking about the truckers, and sorry about how pissed off I was on my last video. I tend to lose my temper when I'm, number one, I'm not going to say what I was doing around that time, because nobody cares about that crap. And number two, the more I got into it, the more built up I got. Built up. You know, like, I got to the point yesterday where I wanted to punch a hole through my laptop here, and I'm glad I didn't. But that's it. That's it. I'm going to move on from this, and I am going to make sure my jokes now are original and funny. I don't like talking politics, but, you know, this set of precedents, unfortunately, you know, the truckers are tired of the mandates. I'm tired of them too. The mandate where you had to show your vaccine passport at pubs, liquor stores, and pot shops. I'm glad that's off the table for now. When I say for now, the government tends to change their mind. And you know, as for the truckers, wish nothing but the best. And the 15% who are unvaccinated, my suggestions still stands firm. Why not get a job in the trucking industry where you can refrain from crossing the border? But you're your own human. You have your choices. You have your freedoms, and you have your freedoms of expression and speech. Except for white supremacists, because what the hell does color have to do with the trucker convoy? That's my question. It doesn't. It doesn't. That's like the most fucking rhetorical question I've ever asked. And as for the truckers, do your best to hold your ground. And I hope nothing but the best for you guys. I really do hope this solution comes to a peaceful end. I've said that in the last video, and I'll say it in this video. I hope to God this comes to a peaceful end. And with that, I am going to say cheers. Fight the good fight, buddies. Fight the good fight. And please get back to work soon. Please. Good night, everybody.